Welcome back everyone. In this episode we're at Hattah-Kulkyne National Park and we're going to have a look at Lake Hattah, Lake Mournpall, this lookout here as well as the Visitor Information Centre. Stick around. Hattah-Kulkyne National Park lies in typical Mallee country with extensive low scrub and open native pine woodland. Throughout the park you'll see plenty of native birds, animals and unique plants that thrive in the poor sandy soils and the really hot summers that we have here. Here at Werepill Lookout you'll see the enormity of the park. The lookout's only about 100 metres or so from the car park, which is on the old Chalka highway. So if you're coming from the Mildura side you can turn off onto the old highway before Hattah and continue for about 10 minutes or so. A bit puffed, so she's a bit of a walk up here. It's only a couple of 100 metres, but she's filthy hot today and it's a little bit uphill. The stairs are pretty well maintained here. It's all pretty stable and easy to get up. We'll have a look around these views if we get that old bugger up there out of the road. Couple of walking tracks here to Lake Mournpall. We're not going to do those today. We're going to go down to the ranger station, then Lake Hattah, then we'll go a long way through to Lake Mournpall. But that'd be an interesting walk through the scrub. So that way to the campground and that way to the lake walk. Off to the Visitor Information Centre or the ranger station. So it's about a 10-minute drive. Dirt most of the way. There's a little bit of bitumen just before the ranger station and then back onto dirt. Now at the Visitor Information Centre, from here you can do quite a few walks, both long ones and short ones. Just make sure you take plenty of water with you and don't stray off the tracks. So the Visitor Information Centre or the ranger station is a mud brick centre. It's got heaps of information about the park, especially about Chalka Creek and how it fills all the lakes here. Lake Hattah Campground. So there's 18 unpowered sites here, which are suitable for tents, camper vans or caravans. There's fireplaces, there's toilets, and if you're doing a day trip around the other side of the lake, there's a little barbecue area as well that also has toilets and things. So have a little bit of a wander around here, and then we'll head to Lake Mournpall. But I just had a thought, on the way to Lake Mournpall, there's an old grave site that we'll have a look at. So the lake's pretty good for kayaking, canoeing or even bushwalking around the lake. Not much fishing going on here, pretty much just carp in the lake. When it dries up there's dead carp everywhere, but plenty of water at the moment. So this is the day area I told you about. There's plenty of tables and chairs and the barbecue. The barbecue's free, of course, and the toilet facility. So we'll wander up here and have a little bit of a squiz at this. Do the barbecue test, shall we? Pretty good. And it's free. Off to the old grave site. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, this was either one of the station workers or the station owners. I'm not 100% sure, and I can't find much information. But he passed away by drowning in Chalka Creek. And look out, we've got some me and yous. Family of bush chooks. So there's an older one there, but the rest of them are only young by the looks of it. We're now at the car park, which has got the walking track to the old Bushmans Grave. James Mann, I think his name was, he died in the 20s. This is Chalka Creek where it fills into Lake Mournpall. Obviously not flowing at the moment, the water's a bit stagnant. So this does happen quite regularly. The Chalka Creek only flows when the Murray River reaches a certain flow rate. So the lakes get up in capacity and drop again fairly regularly. Here we have it, the Bushmans Grave. We'll keep cruising around to the Lake Mournpall campground. So Lake Mournpall campground, again there's plenty of unpowered sites here for caravans, tents or camper vans, whatever you've got. Geez, this has changed a lot here. I used to come down here a lot when I was a kid with family, and it was almost like a sandbar under the lake, but now because the lake's been dried out a few times and the gum tree seeds have got in there, the saplings have sprouted, and access to the lake's a little bit tricky. There are still some spots you can get in, but again, a great lake for kayaking and canoeing. I'm told there used to be yabbies in here back in the day as well, so that might be a good spot. And there's the result of Chalka Creek not flowing. Gee, she's green and stagnant. I wouldn't be going in there for a swim today. It is amazing how quickly this water can turn around once Chalka Creek starts flowing again. It gets to flush out through the whole lake system and back into the Murray. We'll wander down where it looks like there's a little bit better access to the lake. Like I said, this was beautiful back in I suppose it was the 80s or the 90s. We used to come down here quite a bit, and we used to bring a canoe. As kids, we used to have an absolute ball down here. Again, there's some pretty good walking tracks down here, or bike riding tracks. I saw some kids down here earlier riding their bikes, so it's good to see it's still getting used, even in these hot days, or humid days, I should say. Anyway guys, we've got to try and get out of here and beat this storm that's rolling in. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Be good, stay safe, and bye for now. We'll stitch him up here.
Ja, du kan, då är det ju en annan.